Hey, this is Brian Fallon, and you're watching Morgan Richards Interviews. Click like and subscribe. Do it.
Hey, I'm Morgan Richards from Radio Cardiff, backstage at Reading Festival here, and I'm very pleased to say that I'm joined now by a man who's seen plenty of smoke, long drives, and American slang on his journeys over the years. It's of course the wonderful Mr. Brian Fallon.
Hello. How are you?
Hey man, you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's things?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, well, fantastic. So Brian, ever since it was announced the Gaslight Anthem will be calling it on hiatus last year, some would say you've been as busy as ever working on your debut solo album Painkillers, released back in March. Has it been a bit of a crazy whirlwind over the last 12 months, crossing over and establishing yourself as your own artist, especially being back here at Reading where the band last played?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's always a new thing that when you have to start kind of from scratch, and then but you just keep yourself busy, and you got to do all the legwork to start something up again. So you have to. I think if you want to start something new, you have to be willing to say, okay, well, I'm gonna have to do some hard work again. It's not just gonna be like an easy thing. It's not. You're not really guaranteed that anyone's gonna come and follow what you do. You sort of have to. You have to really put the work in, and I think that making sure that you have a fan base that stays with you is important,
Okay, fantastic. And I actually understand that you initially started writing most of Painkillers before work started on Get Hurt, but felt these wouldn't fit in with the slight change the band was going at the time. Self-consciously, did it feel these songs were meant for something else from the word go?
Well, kind of. It's not really. Like, I was working on some songs before Get Hurt, and then thinking maybe these will be Gaslight songs. I didn't have any separate thought, and then once Get Hurt sort of decided what it was going to be, then I was like, all right, well, this is clearly not the direction for this song. So I just put them away. I didn't think that they would come out, So when I did I think I did them with Molly and the Zombies, and I just thought it was just going to be a temporary thing that would come out. We weren't going to make a record. We were just going to put it, play them at shows, I think. And then I sort of put them away for a while because I didn't really know that I was going to do like a quote-unquote solo record.
Yeah. And you've had many other side projects over the years with the likes of the Horrible Crows, Molly and the Zombies, and so on. But knowing Gaslight would be going on hiatus, was a solo record the first thing that came to your mind, or did you have any thoughts about continuing with one of these other outlets?
No, I didn't have any music on my mind, actually, when it came out. I sort of didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know whether I was just going to stop doing everything for a while. And then, after like a month or so, then I thought, like, well, I want to do this record. And so I just talked to the guys and said, is that going to bother you? And then no one minded. So I just said, all right, I'll go forward with that. But in the beginning, there was a period where I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. I was just like, all right, well, we'll see. Maybe back to the old grind.
Okay. Because I've read somewhere, because you're a massive fan of cars and been working on them since a young kid. I read you actually going to take some time out to go back to doing that originally.
I thought for a minute, I thought, like, cause I like that. I don't mind doing that. So for me, that wasn't a bad option. I still don't think that's a bad option. I like it. It's enjoyable to me.
Okay. And but have you felt you've had a bit more freedom in doing stuff, starting from scratch again now, and seeing as a solo artist and establishing a new career?
Yeah, and the funny thing is that the way that it happened with the Gaslight Anthem was very fast in the beginning, so a lot of things sort of rushed by me, and then I didn't, a lot of events like, like playing festivals or playing. Even like the whole playing with Bruce Springsteen thing, like it was super fast. It just happened. It happened, and then it was like on to the next thing. And we never got to sit down and like kind of enjoy what happened. And this time, I've learned my lesson from doing it the fast way. That even if things move fast, I still take a little bit of time and go like, it's pretty cool to first show at Reading to be headlining the Republic stage. Like that's not a bad gig. And like, I kind of wish that we were able to do that a couple years ago. I like that idea. Like I don't want to wake up at 9 a.m. and play first on on the main stage. I don't want to do that at all. You know, I mean, it's fine when Frank does it because Frank doesn't have to. You know, he does it because he wants to. I would be doing it because I had to. So for me, it's so much better to play at night and do. And I write nighttime music. I don't like playing during the day. You know, I'm not a day guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So this time it's cool because I do get to stop, sort of appreciate. Even like when I see like today, I see like an interview schedule and it's really long and there's a lot of people. I sort of get to kind of go, yeah, well, that's cool that all those people want to talk to me. But whereas before it was just, like there's more people, like just constant everything, and it's moving so fast. So I'm enjoying myself more at 36 than I did at 28. You know, so I'm finding a lot of freedom, but that doesn't have anything to do with the Gaslight Anthem. That's just me learning and growing older.
And Brian, just a couple more very quick things now before you go. Of course, one thing I've always admired about you is your songwriting. You always seem to be a great storyteller, trying to communicate with the fans, but having their own interpretation of what the song's about. Is that something that really do you take pride in, trying to get your message across, but being able to get their own meaning from the songs as well?
I do, absolutely. When I write songs, usually this is what happens. Like I'll sit down and I'll write something and I'll go, oh my goodness, the press is going to tear this apart. And then I go, stop. I go, you don't write for them. So then I put that aside, and then this is like my own neuroses in my own head. And then after about 15 minutes of that, then I go, okay, at the end of the song, I look at the lyrics and I go, what do I mean by this? Is this sort of meeting my need to explain myself? Am I getting off my chest what I need to? And then the next question is, how is this enough, vague enough for people to put in their own stories? Or is this relatable enough for people to put on their own stories? Because I feel like if I write a record where I'm just getting across what I want, that's not enough for me. Because for me, it's a lot of communication. Like it has a lot to do with the audience. And I know you're not supposed to write for your audience, and I don't, but I write with them in mind for sure. Because like, without your audience, you're nothing. Joe Strummer said that. You know? That's true.
Yeah, fair enough.
I believe that.
And now you're of course going to be very busy in the near future, just continuing to tour this record and do as much as you possibly can. Coming back to the UK as well in November. But what else can we really expect from you now in the very near future?
Oh, I'm going to write a new record.
Yeah?
I'm going to write new songs. I'm starting to learn some new techniques on the guitar, and I'm gonna start writing new songs like immediately. And then I wrote one already, but so I'm gonna probably record in the winter, and then just keep going, see, and then and also see what happens in the future with the Gaslight Anthem. See if people because I might do another record and then go on tour, and then all of a sudden we'll get an idea, and then maybe we'll start. I don't know. So it's all the future is wide open. And like anything is possible. I'm excited about that.
Well, fantastic. So, well, that's about it. Cheers, Brian, for taking time out to have a great chat with me.
Of course, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Best of luck now with everything in the near future, and hopefully we can catch up with you again very soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.